Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all, before we jump into the first of three 6-song roundups that I have for you, I just want to apologise a little bit for being away. I've had some family stuff going on. I'm not going to delve into that too much, but I just had to deal with that, wait for a chance to get to film. So to make it up, like I said, 3 episodes of this. I've got 2 album reviews coming, and I've been working on an end of year best of album and best of EP list. So I definitely haven't been slacking on the material whilst I have been away. So without further ado, I have kept you waiting long enough. Let us jump right in to 6-song roundup, episode 18. So today we've got some decent little tracks for you. We're going to be starting off with a band I've discussed on here before, and they will feature in 2 of the 3 episodes. So Skinned. Now, you may remember me talking about her in I believe it was a discussion episode where I was just talking about a different artist that I don't think many people knew of. So recently, that tastes weird. Recently she dropped several new tracks, one of them being about the infamous serial killer John Wayne Gacy. Obviously, I feel like most people know who John Wayne Gacy is at this point. But this track was 5 minutes and 42 seconds. And yeah, and like I said, they're back with the creeps galore, and honestly, with it all being about the original killer clown John Wayne Gacy, it certainly has a more sinister undertone, I think. The chorus is catchy and eerie. The quotes, I believe, are used at one point from Gacy's final words before he's executed, which was simply just "kiss my ass," which tells you all you need to know about his attitude and the fact that he did not give a shit about what he was doing. Like I said, it's a Skinned classic, well-crafted serial killer showcase. The music video as well is equally as sinister and creepy. Highly recommend it. Obviously, I know it's not going to be some people's cup of tea. Like, I know some people out there have said it's a bit offensive, singing about actual shit that's happened and stuff, but then, to that I say it's no different to Sabaton singing about people that have died in the wars, and it's no different to people doing documentaries or YouTube videos talking about the cases. It's just this is being done through song. But moving on, band I didn't know of until I did this, The Hate Project, and their song Suicide Letter. 2 minutes 48. So, like I said, a new band enters the fight here, and it's honestly not bad. It's a little paint by numbers, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, especially when they do what they do well indeed. The vocals are crisp and done cleanly. It's definitely a song worth hearing if you're into the deathcore, death metal sort of styles. Not really a lot to say on that one. Moving on, we have track number 3 with Warhead 52 or 52, depending on how you want to say it. And their track The Last Straw, 3 minutes 11. So we got a Russian group here, and it's kind of like a hybrid between beatdown with a little element of slam, with some elements of hardcore, I feel like, as well in there. And like I said, as a fan of like Slaughter to Prevail, it's always nice to try and find more Russian groups, because as much as with what's going on in the world with them at the minute, I do like Russian sounding music. Like, you know, like Germany, the Russian language kind of fits well in the metal scene. Like, it just sounds angry, it just sounds nasty. So to have another band that I can go and check out is cool, you know. It's nice to stumble upon new Russian groups. The vocals are deep and have almost like a growled rap style. And it kind of just flows over this chugging beat. It's definitely good, definitely interesting. And if you're into that sort of stuff, worth a look up. Moving on, we have track number 4 with the band. Now, I always get this wrong. Some say Kosum? We'll go with Kosum. And their track, First Sin, featuring Dennis of Gutterectomy. Now, this is about 5 minutes 20, like maybe a little bit more, 5 minutes 23. But this has a good pace off of the start. The vocals are crisp, the mids are mixed with some deeper lows here and there to keep it moving. But I do feel it did start to drag when, just as I'm thinking that, they drop a solo in that rips you right back into the fold. And then it comes back with low vocals, which I wasn't as fond of. Which was weird, because obviously I'm normally a fan of any type of vocal. Some even poorly done ones. No, I am not looking at you, Chris Barnes. Go away. But yeah, the most part of the song was good. It's just when it starts to get to the end there, it kind of trips and falls flat on its face. Moving on, track number 5, Bad Friends, Say What You Want. So, we're moving on to a band Facebook spat out at me through a recommendation sort of ad thing. It's pop punk. And this particular track kind of reminds me of All Star, Smash Mouth. You know, those sorts of things. At first, but then I realised it was just a small bit that it reminded me of that. Like, there's like some like tuning in the band's instruments. There's like a little bit of an inflection on a vocal that kind of sounds similarly, or like sounds like the band in that did. But it definitely has this very early 2000s pop punk, you know, attitude. And the vocalist as well has a very solid range of it on his voice. You know, if you like clean singing, if you like pop punk and just looking for something decent that you can kind of just slap on in the background and chill out to, you don't have to think, you don't have to try too hard to, you know, vibe with it like some pop punk songs. Bad Friends, Say What You Want is actually a good one. Well done, Facebook. You recommended something decent for once. And finally, we have track number 6. I Was Born Twice is the name of the band. and their song Flat Ass Kardashian. 2 minutes 57. First of all, what the fuck is the spelling? Because it's a capital F, capital L, small a, capital T. Then ass is spelled A $, right? Then you got capital A, K, small a, capital RD, small a, capital SH, small I, A, capital M. Very peculiar. But this seems to also be another Russian band, I believe. It's a lot more upbeat and aggressive than the last band, Warhead 52, until a weird EDM trance beat kind of just pops in with like this weird section in the middle of the song. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I thought I'd accidentally changed my YouTube channel over to one of the other songs. I was fucking baffled, ladies and gentlemen. But, you know, that literally pops in as the track is fucking off, so it's very weird. But then it's back to the original sound literally right before it wraps up. So I did like it. It's just a very, very weird song, very weirdly laid out, I guess you could say. But I'm not knocking it. If you like Russian music, if you like your metal, try it out. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is episode 18 wrapped up. I will be back immediately with episodes 19 and 20. And then in episode 20, I will let you know your next 2 upcoming album reviews. So stay tuned. And as always, my friends, remember to stay safe out there. I will see you in the next video.